Harper Audio presents Darkness First by James Hayman, performed by Stephen Mendel. Prologue. 3:15 a.m., Wednesday, January 7th, 2009, the Bay of Fundy. The volume of water flowing into and out of the Bay of Fundy on every tide is more than double the combined flow of all the rivers emptying into all the oceans of the world. However, the man standing in the stern of the old fishing boat, peering out through night vision binoculars, gave no thought to Fundy's legendary tides, or for that matter any other natural phenomena. He was intent on finding the boys. For the fourth time in 30 minutes he raised the glasses to his eyes and scanned the dark expanse of water for any sign of the inflatable kayak. He saw nothing, just a low blackness broken only by the reflected twinkle of lights from the city of St. John to his right and from the more scattered buildings beyond the beach at Sandy Cove, a mile and a half dead ahead. Not one to give up easily, the man divided the sea before him into quadrants, and looked with painstaking thoroughness once again, quadrant by quadrant, inch by inch. Still, he saw nothing. There was no sign of them. It was already 3:15 on a freezing cold January morning. The two should have been back an hour earlier. The operation had been rehearsed, and their instructions were clear. If anything went wrong, anything at all, they were to call. He'd given them disposable cell phones, one each for just that purpose. Cell reception had been checked and found acceptable. Still, he hadn't heard from them. Maybe that's what you got for working with idiots. Perhaps the kayak had capsized on the way back, dumping the boys, their cell phones, and their precious cargo into the icy waters of the bay. If that was the case, the game was over, and he might as well crank up the engine and head back to Eastport. Still, it seemed unlikely. Back in the beginning, before he had trained them, it might have happened that way, but both were now experienced paddlers, and the sea tonight was a flat calm. No way should they have capsized in seas like this. Another 20 minutes passed before he felt a vibration in his pocket. Finally. "You're late," he said.
"Yeah, sorry about that, Connor," said Rory, at 20, the older of the brothers.
"Problems?"
No problems. Getting to the beach without being seen just took longer than we thought." The kid spoke in a breathless whisper. "But we've got the shit and we're heading back."
"I'll be waiting."
"I'll tell you, man, everything went smooth as—"
"Not now." He cut off the eager voice on the other end. "Tell me when you get here. Then we can celebrate." He broke the connection without waiting for an answer, stuffed the phone back in his pocket. It took the boys 22 minutes to paddle the mile and a half to the boat. He watched them pull alongside, Rory in the stern, his younger brother Scott, who was 18, up front. Both looked as excited as little kids on Christmas morning. The man extended a boat hook and Rory slipped the strap of a waterproof bag onto the end. The man hauled it in, lighter than he expected. Amazing, he thought, how little $5 million could weigh. Rory and Scott clambered up the boat ladder and over the gunwale. He told them to haul the kayak on board. While they worked at that, the man unzipped the bag and checked the contents. It looked to be all there, what he'd been working on for months. 40 white plastic bottles, each labeled with Barham Pharmaceuticals' big red B logo, each with 1,080 milligram tablets inside. 40,000 tabs in all. He did the math for the 100th time. Not because he was uncertain of the answer, but simply because he enjoyed thinking about it. Street value in Maine for OxyContin was currently $120 per 80 milligram time-release tablet. Times 40,000, it came to exactly $4.8 million. At least it did as long as he stayed disciplined, stuck to plan, and didn't push too many tablets onto the market too fast. Like anything else, street price was a matter of supply and demand. Maine and Washington County in particular had one hell of a demand. And now, with American pharmaceutical companies changing their manufacturing process to make it more...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?